This really is a tale of two cities. On the one hand, you have Marseille, a city with Europe's highest crime rate, its lowest safety figures and pretty high unemployment. And on the other hand, you have Monaco, affectionately known as the billionaires' playground, where the vastly wealthy come to, well, just be with other vastly wealthy people. What really surprises me though is that these two cities are just a handful of miles away from each other, both on the south coast of France. So why is that? Well, we're going to go and take a look and we'll find out. Pretty unusual start. It's been a while since I've seen someone holding a sign at the side of the road. I was thinking a little bit more about those locked off car parking spaces. It seems like a pretty good idea actually. I guess you can just park your car there, bring your own padlock and close it off. I mean, it'd be nicer if you didn't need to do that, but still. I think I've probably come to the posh bit of Marseille because there's so many boats here. And boats usually means money, which is not really what I expected from the Wikipedia page of Marseille. It's almost as nice as Skegness. Right, well, that was the old port area. I'm going to take a walk over to what Google Maps is telling me is the city centre. It's actually really beautiful here, and I'm struggling at the moment to make sense of some of the things I've read and heard about this place. I've just stepped off like the main avenue and it feels like a completely different place.
No.
The quality of the graffiti is so varying from obviously artwork to, well, I don't want to offend anyone, but was this the same artist?
That name is Joker.
Yeah.
Joker.
Yeah.
Blue.
And he did that one as well.
Yeah. And this name is Ron.
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 Is that painted or
the
printed?
Painted.
No.
The painted, the artist. You know, he's in Los Angeles. He made this.
Ah, I didn't know
All
that.
the society have a shop, coffee shop for weed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bar, Coco Lopez.
Yeah. Who did it?
This man is that guy.
Ron.
In the Ron, yeah.
Ron, yeah.
From Ron.
Amazing.
And this. Me.
I think that's amazing.
This is me.
Yeah.
From me.
You did this?
It's me interior. I paint this.
I think that's amazing. I don't have any talent like that. I wish I could.
Thank you. Okay.
Without alcohol.
Alcohol? No alcohol.
Sans alcohol.
Sans alcohol. I have coca, ananas juice.
Coke. Yeah, please, yeah. Where are you from?
Me, I'm born in Senegal.
Yeah.
So I'm from Belgium.
Oh, from Belgium.
Yeah.
From Belgium. My
And it's 20 years I live in Marseille.
Yeah, my grandmother was from Belgium.
Okay. Ending Mahaba, definition that name is love, welcome.
Love, welcome.
Welcome, love.
I love it.
Welcome.
In which language?
As a language from Cameroon.
Oh, okay, from Cameroon.
Cameroon.
Oh, wow.
From my wife.
Ah, okay, wonderful.
That pen from more artist, similar artist Ron.
Yeah. But Ron did this?
Ron did this and the pen.
Amazing. Well, thank you very much. Thanks.
You're welcome, guys.
So I was just chatting to the guy who owns the bar there. Really, really nice guy. He's from Belgium, and he was showing me inside the bar, and they have an open mic there every night. And he was also kind enough to point me in the direction of some more graffiti and the cathedral. So far, I've yet to really find anything bad about Marseille. Now that is a thing of beauty. I've got a real soft spot for an old tribe of Bonneville. Well, if you've been watching the videos up till now, you'll know there's nothing I love more than a good old building. But there's something especially beautiful about this one. It's not the biggest we've looked at. It's not the fanciest in terms of being out on an outcrop in the ocean, but it is beautiful. Maybe it's the painting. I don't know. Thank God I bumped into Sasal and he told me to come here, because I'd kind of made a vow to myself not to come here and just visit old buildings like I usually do. But if I'd missed that, I wouldn't know any otherwise, but it would have been a real shame, because that was absolutely glorious. I guess that's me. At least they had the courtesy of writing it in English, I suppose. Anyway, I'm not stopping long. That little dog was about to start something. I think it'd be about to make the biggest mistake of its life. I like to back an underdog, but not in that case.
That was my whole thing. That was my whole thing.
I'm heading towards Le Plan, which is where Sisal recommended I go, and he's lived here for 20 years, so I'll take his recommendation. Although so far, it's a little bit dodgy around here. Well, that was Le Plan. It was just full of beautiful young French people. I'm not really complaining. Strange, because along this path you've got Louis Vuitton, Hermes, Hublot watches, all things which cost extraordinary amounts of money. So Marseille is really kind of a melting pot, I would guess, of rich, poor, all kinds of cultures and ethnicities. Well, that's something I've never seen before. A whole family homeless in a tent. Well, that kind of marks the end of our time in Marseille, unfortunately. I'm going to get out of here now and drive towards Monaco. Not to Monaco today, that'll be tomorrow. Yeah, really interesting place. I actually rather enjoyed it. how well you can see that, but €39 for AirPods Max. It's not a bad deal. I'm sure there's some areas around here that are a little bit less nice, I would say, than the centre. But I just don't really have time to explore everything. I also don't actually want to get mugged. I know that would be great entertainment and whatever else, but you know. What on earth? Was that a wild boar? I might be going crazy, but I'm pretty sure on that road I just saw 2 wild boar. Wild boar can actually be pretty feisty and a little bit dangerous, so I may have to not be going for any midnight wheeze. Not that I would just wee in the countryside, but this is me. I'll see you in the morning. I am actually quite tired. I'm just going to get some sleep, so yeah, catch you in the morning. Peace. Morning campers, you can see where I parked. It's quite a nice spot actually. You're just kind of in the forest. The only thing that's sort of come through is one of the motorhome and then some people on horses this morning. Quite nice, quite nice. I thought I'd parked in the shade as well because I'm kind of under the trees, and I misjudged where the sun was going to rise. Anyway, as you can picture the scene, I'm in the car, it gets very hot, I'm in my sleeping bag and I wake up feeling like I've got a hangover. So if I look pretty groggy, that's why. And I didn't realise this, but there's some like old ruined house just here that you can see it behind me. So I figured I'll go and take a look before we move on. I don't think it's anything fancy or anything of note. I think it's just someone's old house. Pretty cool though. You can see kind of the old beams for, I guess, a window, and I'm kind of in two minds about what to do today. On the one hand, I mean, it's only 9 AM. I'm thinking about just driving straight to Monaco. It's about an hour away, and just going there and seeing it and spending the day there. On the other hand, I'm thinking there's got to be something around here to see, something between Marseille and Monaco, and when am I going to be here again to go and see it? Either way, it'll be a good day. So, right, I guess you'll find out what happens. See you later. Okay, I've consulted Google Maps. There are things to see. Actually, there's a lot of nature to see. I guess we're in a natural park, so that makes sense. In terms of actual places to visit, there's like Saint-Tropez and Cannes. I'm sure they are beautiful, beautiful places, but it seems like quite a touristy place where very wealthy people go. And that's kind of what we're going to Monaco for. So I think we'll just go to Monaco, and I think in terms of time, we'll get better bang for our buck in Italy a little bit later on. So we're going to head to Monaco. I've had to stop just for a minute or two just so I can soak this place in. It is absolutely gorgeous. This isn't even really the best view, but this is the only place that I could really stop. But it's incredible. It's absolutely beautiful, man. I love it. Yeah, it's gorgeous. We're right near Cannes at the moment, not too far away. Right, I don't want to get too sidetracked because we don't have that much time, and I need to get to Monaco fairly quickly, you know. So back in the car. Oh, amazing. I just stopped by the beach here in, well, I guess it's a place called Joa, J-O-A, and it's a beautiful, beautiful beach. I'm looking at it now, and in the backdrop is just an enormous mountain range. So it's like you don't have to choose if you're a beach person or a mountain person. You can just have them both here in the south of France. It's really cool, really, really cool. I can see why this place is so popular and why this area is so popular, particularly with holiday goers. It's just so beautiful. Everywhere you look, it's just beautiful. That is probably the best way into Monaco. Just get a helicopter, because parking is an absolute nightmare. Right, I'm gonna try again. I will find parking, we will get there, we will look at Monaco, I promise. So what am I expecting to find in Monaco? a few things. Saudi princes, billionaires, 20-year-old Russian models looking for billionaires, Bugattis, Ferraris, all of that. Not necessarily in that order, but all of that. Do you know what, maybe I'm in the wrong part, but it's quite quiet. It's pretty empty. 5.4 million euros. Oof. It's a little bit out of my price range. What have we got over here? That's more reasonable. 26.5, 2 million. And I can hear something very fast and very loud being revved in the back. This is kind of a bit more what I expected. Something noisy. But the whole circuit is blocked off, so you can't see anything. So I'm just walking through a town and you can hear all these F1 cars. That's a bit more like it. My first Lamborghini of the day. Oh, now that's an interesting car. I'm going to go and try and find some more fast cars. Some beautiful women, beautiful buildings, all the stuff we love. I am struggling so far though. One Lambo. I used to have one of those. The 2018 RS3. I loved it. Absolutely amazing car. Now I've got a Honda CR-V. Here we go. Woo. My branch of Barclays doesn't look anything like that. Everything is blocked off for the track. It's almost impossible. It might actually be impossible. Still got his rags in and a can of Red Bull. That's how you win all those races. Lovely Audi RS6. I wonder what he's going to do when it goes green. It's green. Well, we're in the old town of Monaco now, and behind me what you can see is the palace of the Prince of Monaco. The Prince of Monaco, actually, currently that is his palace, and it's been that way since the 12th century, obviously, with his ancestors. Pretty cool building. Unfortunately, it's closed because it took me a very long time to figure out how to get here, as you may have worked out from the video, but stunning building. And don't let appearances deceive you. As much as it looks like I am at the bottom of a hill, I am actually at the top of a hill. Let's go and take a look around. It looks like it's the changing of the guard. I knew that Monaco was its own kind of city-state within France, but I didn't realise, I guess I'll take a look into it, but I didn't realise they had their own kind of military force. I wonder how big it is and how sizable, because Monaco is quite small. It's kind of like a city-state. Very interesting. Very, very cool though. Good drill. That's coming from an officer though, so could have been bad drill, who knows. It's so quiet up here. I'm not sure why. Maybe there's like a ban on decibels. It's just crazy to think I was down in the city earlier and you can hear all the F1 cars going through and everything's so noisy, and then up here everything's so quiet. That's probably the first person I've heard speak in about 10 minutes. Odd. I needed a break anyway. My ears needed a break, so it's not all bad. I'm almost confused by the stark difference between Old Town and New Town Monaco. You must be able to hear it in the audio. There's just nothing here. I mean, it's beautiful. Everything's clean. All the buildings are clean. And it's not that it feels lifeless. It just feels quite peaceful, I would say. I like it anyway. Just paid €5 for this, which makes me a bit of a heathen, but hear me out. I haven't eaten for a very long time. All I've eaten today is a croissant. And I drank a lot of water when I was driving because it was so hot, but I haven't drunk anything for a really long time. So sugar, not water, but yeah, I need it. It's all right. It's just boats and seats, really. It's a bit odd, but just as I'm walking down from the old town, there's just seems to be some nice gardens. It's been such a hot day, I thought, yeah, I'll take a stroll through some gardens, cool down a little bit. Why not? Pourquoi pas? This is where you can rent a yacht. Seems to just get more expensive as you go up. €200,000 a week to rent, charter a yacht. Well, bit of a turnaround. They've just opened the racetrack from earlier. Obviously the race is finished, which kind of means now we can get everywhere. That's pretty cool. So let's go to the Monte Carlo casino, see what that's like. That's where you want to be, I think. Boat party. That's a bit more like it. This is where I couldn't get to because of the racing. This is, to me, what Monaco should feel like. Although it's deathly quiet. There's now 3 other people on the terrace with me, but yeah. Yeah, look, boat parties. Yachts, big yachts, battleships. Who needs a yacht that big? That is a thing of beauty. Absolutely stunning. Some kind of blue Ferrari. Someone in the comments will tell me what it is. I think it might have been a LaFerrari, but I think all the LaFerraris are red. I don't know enough about Ferraris to give you a good answer, but it was beautiful. I had an Audi A1 in the same colour actually. Lamborghini Urus, G-Wagon. I'm a bit bored of looking at cars now. Although there is something quite cool coming. And this is the famous Monte Carlo casino. Even if you've never heard of it, you've probably seen it in James Bond movies. I think Casino Royale, Ocean's 12. This is based on my Wikipedia research, by the way. But it's a really famous casino. And interestingly, all of the citizens of Monaco are barred from gambling there on moral grounds. They're also barred from working in there on moral grounds. Quite strange. So I guess it's only, French people who are not from Monaco who work there. And yeah, if you're from Monaco, you can't go in there and gamble. Really, really interesting. I didn't know that. It's a beautiful building, stunning design. It's pretty cool to be walking on the track, knowing that there was actually racing happening here earlier. But in terms of activity on the boats, it's all a bit quiet. It's a Saturday night. I thought it'd be really busy. And at the top of this hill, you can see that's the old town of Monaco, which is where we were earlier. I told you it was up a hill. I wasn't lying. Look at the size of that yacht. It absolutely dwarfs everything else. It makes all the other yachts that are next to it just look pathetic. It's huge. There's definitely an oligarch somewhere who's got a shell company with that in it. Well, I didn't get to see a Bugatti today. Oh no, I have. There's a Chiron. I can't believe it. I did not think I'd get to see a Bugatti today. That's made me very, very happy actually. I thought I'm walking back to the car. I thought, well, there's no way I'm going to see a Bugatti now. And there it is. Oh my God. You can't see it as well as I can, but yeah, that's stunning.
Look red.
If I'm honest, Monaco is redeeming itself a little bit because it's absolutely amazing to come here and just walk through all of these cars and see people working on them, cars that have been driven today. Yeah, this has made me quite happy. You wouldn't have got this in Marseille. I had to go and have a look at the Bugatti, proper look. It's not really out the way anyway. Stunning car. Yeah, this is starting to feel a bit more like the Billionaires playground now. I think that later tonight as well, it'll be even better, but I'm getting out of here. I'm knackered. I've just been walking around non-stop for about 6 hours, waiting for Monaco to like jump out and impress me. It's got better, definitely got better. Am I going crazy, or did I definitely park here? It's not a reserved spot. And it's gone. What? Okay, I didn't park there. I parked here. I tell you what, I am tired. It's been 2 very long days. Tomorrow is going to be a really chilled out day, I think. Man. Oh, I thought someone had stolen you, old gal. That's not that bad. I'm okay with that. Fairly reasonable. Yeah, €16.70. I've been here for about 6 hours. At Mont de Michel, I paid something like €18 and I was there for 2. So actually, I don't, you know, it's Monaco. Obviously, it's expensive for parking, but I don't think it's that bad. Right, I'm gonna get out of here. I can't drive one-handed and do everything, so I'll see you when I get to where I'm going, and I don't know where that is yet. So this is pretty bonkers to me, but I'm now driving on the racetrack in my Honda CR-V behind a Lamborghini Aventador. I can't quite believe I'm saying this, but this 2002 Honda CR-V is driving on the Monaco Grand Prix circuit. It's 2 AM and I'm driving to Florence. I'll explain more tomorrow. This is probably the last you'll hear from me tonight. But yeah, I stopped at the station, just got some crisps. I've been running on 1 can of Monster and a croissant all day, and it's now 2 AM. I started the day near Marseille and I'm going to finish it in Florence. So I've had a couple of days to think about it, and the question was, why can't Marseille be more like Monaco? It was tricky at first because actually it's historically beautiful, it's by the coast, you know, it's a port city just like Monaco, you've got the mountains nearby. So there didn't really seem any logical explanation, and I had to turn to Google, which to be fair I could have done without actually travelling there in the first place. But Google tells me that there's some kind of rival gang war between 2 gangs, and that's why there's been so many murders in Marseille and so much crime. And it just seems like a problem which can have a political solution. If you take El Salvador, for example, just a decade ago, they had the highest murder rate in the world because of gang violence and MS-13. What did Nayib Bukele do? Well, he just threw everyone with gang tattoos in prison. Now, I'm not suggesting the police in Marseille, the French police, go and do that. That's obviously very extreme, but it worked, right? So there are political solutions to these problems. So I guess the last question that remains is, if I could only visit Marseille or Monaco, which would I go to? And I really enjoyed my time in Marseille. It took me a lot by surprise because I didn't expect it to be as nice as it was. But I will still give it to Monaco. There's something about that symphony of peacefulness, calm, quiet, mixed with the roar of loud engines. It's just really unique, and it's a very beautiful area. It's a very beautiful, well-kept area. So for me, if I was only going to be able to visit one, I would probably still pick Monaco, but only just. If I was ludicrously wealthy, I would pick Monaco every day of the week. That's it from me. That's it for this video. I just wanted to sort of wrap it up with a bit of a conclusion. Clearly it's a couple of days later. I've just been roaming around the Italian countryside in Tuscany for the last couple of days and enjoying it. I will say the flatbread here is fantastic. The plan for the next video is to head to Florence. I'm 20 minutes away from Florence, and when I say 20 minutes away, I mean it this time. And then drive south towards Rome, see what we can find along the way, and then come back up towards San Marino and Venice, and then we'll spit out into Slovenia. So if you want to see that, subscribe.